Welcome back for another edition of the Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction. And I got to tell you, this is a good one. We could talk about this here.
Absolutely.
You spoiled 2 homecomings.
I guess we're the homecoming crashers.
That's what it is. And on top of that, you guys had something special. You went to Atlanta, Clark Atlanta to play, but you did something special with your team.
Yes, we were able to take our team to the College Football Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And what a great time for the young men to be able to experience something outside of just the normal going to the hotel and doing the meetings and things of that nature. We wanted to break the monotony. And I thought those guys deserved it. They've been working hard and have been persevering through the whole season. So we were able to take them to the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame. And what a great experience. Those guys really enjoyed it, just to see the smiles on their faces. They were very appreciative because a lot of them have never been before. Mm-hmm. And to be able to see the history of not only college football in general, but HBCU, the history of college football with the invention of the shoulder pads to the helmets to the equipment, how the game has transformed over the years. It was a great experience for our young men.
I'm sure they appreciated it, but what about for you as well? It had to be a special treat for you too, Coach.
Absolutely, and being from the metropolitan Atlanta area, I've never been there myself, and it was awesome, man, just to be able to see the different trophies and just all the different things that venue is able to offer, man. And our guys were really appreciative, and I'm just grateful for the people that made it happen. Mm-hmm. Guys that made it happen and the groups that made it happen. That was a great thing for our young men to be able to, not only our players, but our coaches to be able to experience that as well.
That's a great thing. So you recommend that for us to make that trip?
Oh, absolutely. It'll be worth your while. Let's do it.
No, that's the money so I could go.
Because it costs. It definitely costs.
There it is. But it's worth it, though.
Absolutely. It
definitely
is.
worth
it. It is.
All right, so let's get into it. We got another victory. We beat Clark Atlanta 24-21 in an exciting game, and then also another exciting end to this one as well.
Absolutely. It went down to the wire. We started up, we took the opening lead, and they were able to tie it, and we went into the half 7-7, but the guys were really resilient. They played really, really hard most of the game. We made some plays. We were able to establish some good things on offense, defense, special team. And I think more than anything, I'm so proud for the coaches and the players because, this is one of the games we put it together on all 3 phases. And as we always talk about it being good on offense, being good on defense, and being good on special teams. And I think we were able to do that this past Saturday.
Outstanding. All right, so we're coming to you inside the Tiger Den. This is the locker room where it all gets started for these guys.
Absolutely.
This is where you stand and you give your speech?
Absolutely.
All right, come on, give us a little bit what you say. We're the team. We're getting fired up. What do you say to these guys? You're getting ready for another game coming up. You got another game. What do we say?
Oh, yeah. We're just getting ready. Get their mindset ready to go. Just looking them all in their eyes and getting ready to go. And let's go get 60 minutes of rocking and rolling, baby.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That fired me up. I'm ready to get this show started. How about you? All right, we're going to get into the show and get to the highlights that's happening with this game. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start things off in the first quarter. It seems as though it's pretty much a defensive battle at this point, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. Some good defenses playing ball. We're moving the ball up and down the field, but ultimately at the end of the day, we weren't able to get in the box in the first quarter.
All right, so that's pretty much the first quarter. We jump into the second quarter. You guys still driving with this ball. Eric Phoenix, pick it up.
I tell you what, Phoenix had a great drive on that. We were taking the ball down the field, and then a couple of young men that's been on our team hadn't really made a lot of plays this year. But starting with Eli Watson, he made a couple big catches on that drive, and we were able to move that ball. Eric Phoenix was able to hit Darius Fallon on a big gain as well. And we were able to culminate that drive with a touchdown to Billy Pierre on a wheel route for a touchdown. That was his first catch of the season, not only first catch, but his first touchdown of the season as well.
95 yards, get into the end zone, 7-up, Tigers.
7-up, we ready to rock and roll. We're up, we got the lead, and now it's time for our defense to come play some ball.
All right, Tigers kick it off. They get a great drive. They get down to the 2-yard line. Something big happens.
Our defense really stepped up. Kevin Ross was able to get a strip and caused them to fumble, and Fern Romero was able to scoop it up, so we were able to keep those guys out of the end zone.
All right, and then comes up from here. Not too much goes down, but Clark Atlanta, they miss a long field goal. We're still up 7-0 late into that second quarter, and then here we go. Let's talk about what happened with Phoenix.
Well, we threw an ill-advised throw. We probably should have threw the ball out of bounds. He was scrambling, rolling to his left. He was close to the sideline, and he tried to throw the ball across his body, which we always tell him to avoid from doing that. And he was unfortunately, he threw an interception and put them in great field position. Now our defense got to play ball from a bad position.
Yeah. Well, they go on to score on this one from the interception. So now the game is tied. We're pretty much near the, well, let's just say nothing really else happens in that first half of the game. We go into the locker room 7-7. Your thoughts up to now as to the way your team is playing up against Clark Atlanta?
I mean, like I told the guys in the locker room, I love how they were playing. I mean, they were moving the ball on offense, and they were playing some good ball on defense, but we can't have those plays, those self-inflicted negatives, those sins that I talk about that put us in bad positions, and we definitely don't want to put our defense in bad position. But I just told them, look, guys, it's 0-0. Although it's 7-7, I always tell them at halftime it's 0-0. We got to come out with the right mindset. It's 30 more minutes. They were ready to go. They were eager. They knew that we were going to get the ball first. That's what I told them. We'll have an opportunity to get the ball first, and we want to take that opening drive down for a touchdown. So that's always our mindset, and the guys had the right attitude once we left the locker room.
Something you left out too. Our defense was playing lights out, and we stopped them in that first half, but we're coming back to the second. Does that talk like you?
That's right.
Like
it sounds just like me.
Lights out. Lights out, but we got the second half to go in this game. What we're going to do is take a quick break. We're going to come back with more of the Chennis Berry Show. Lights out in the first half, but that's okay. You know what else is happening? We got Assistant Coach Spotlight. That's brought to you by Lexington Medical Center. We're going to do that next, Coach.
Let's do it.
You can talk like me on the break. Go ahead. So we'll be right back with more of the Coach Chennis Berry Show.
Hey, we'll be right back. More with Coach Chennis Berry Show. Brought to you by New Creation Construction.
Boy, I tell you what.
In our state, team rivalries run deep.
Sometimes our fans might not always agree.
But South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
It's time to come together off the field.
Together, we can beat COVID-19.
Vaccines are safe and effective.
And they're our best shot at victory.
Don't wait until it's too late.
Learn how to protect yourself and your family.
At scdhec.gov/vaxfacts.
Protect your family, your friends, your neighbors, the people who care for you. Save a life. Wear a mask.
Welcome back to the Coach Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction. And of course, we're going to get into the second half highlights. But first, we got to also highlight some of your coaches who do some great things. And we do this every single week. And this one is brought to you by the Lexington Medical Center. Eric Miller, he's your DFO.
He's my director of football operations. He does so much things behind the scene, and we're grateful to have Coach Eric Miller as our DFO.
All right, let's take a look.
My name is Eric Miller, and I'm the Director of Football Operations here at Benedict College. I'm going into my 10th year coaching and working with both collegiate and high school programs. I've had an opportunity to coach at two prestigious powerhouses in the state of Georgia, Tufts High School, as well as on the college level at Division I Presbyterian College, and then most recently for one of the top JUCOs in the country, Georgia Military College. I'm currently in my second year here at Benedict College. What is a director of football operations? So some of the roles that I take on within the program are first and foremost just facilitating a lot of the day-to-day duties that the head coach doesn't have time to or needs assistance with handling. That includes working with academics, working with recruiting, both on campus and off campus. It involves handling a lot of travel as well as the logistics that go with that. And it even includes directing and organizing and facilitating football camps in the offseason. One of the biggest things that I've learned is a lot of times you hear coaches talk about time management. Well, in the job and the role that I play, not only is time management key, but prioritizing the day-to-day activities that take place. Most of the time, there's always something of great sense of urgency that has to be done. And in reality, there's only 24 hours in a day. So one of the things that I've really learned about myself during this time in the program is just how to prioritize what really is most urgent and needs to get done in order for the program to move forward. The type of cultureships that have taken place within this program since we've been here at the beginning of 2020 have been tremendous. When you take a look at social media, our presence on there, is second to none at the Division II level. We've seen our presence within the state of South Carolina, as well as Florida and Georgia and even North Carolina, just grow exponentially. We get a lot of feedback from the local coaches about how we get in and out, and we're active in the high schools. But one of the biggest things we do is just bringing in a culture of family. We try to be together. We try to do things together. We try to bring a competitive atmosphere. One of the biggest things that Coach Berry preaches in this organization is how we're trying to run our D2 program like a Division I FCS level program. And we try to do that in all aspects. The culture is no different. You'll see the signs posted on the walls, in the locker room, just embracing what it is we're trying to bring to the table and the changes we're trying to make within the program. And the kids are really feeding off of that. I think we've made tremendous strides. Knowing that we're coming off of a season in which we didn't play due to COVID, and just finally getting everybody together, understanding that we have a lot of young players, a lot of transfers, and a lot of coaches, first-time coaches on the college level. Getting that experience together will really help take us into the future. I think we've been in a lot of close battles. The team has been very, very competitive, and there's a lot of bright spots, as well as players understanding what their role is and what it takes to compete for a championship. And I think we're going to see that much, much sooner than later. I'm Coach Eric Miller. Go Tigers.
That was your assistant coach spotlight, Lexington Medical Center. Right now it's time to get back into the second half highlights. All right, Clark Atlanta kicks off to us. We don't do much with it. We give it to them through a what? Fumble? What happened?
A fumble. We threw a hitch to one of our receivers, Jaden Thomas, and their DB did a great job and got his hat on the football, and we turned it over in bad field position. I mean, you're talking about put our defense in a bad predicament, and they were able to go in and score and take the lead on us 14-7.
Right, still 11:49 is left in this third quarter. But then we get the ball back. This is where the magic happens.
Oh, yeah.
Big O?
Oh, yeah. Omarion Coleman, OC. We start feeding him the rock, and that's when our running game really start hitting a full head of steam. And between the offensive line, tight ends, and OC, we call him Omarion. I mean, his name is Omarion Coleman, but we call him OC. I mean, he toting that rock down that drive, and we were able to take that ball all the way down the field with mostly runs and tie the score up 14-14.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Omarion, he had 108 yards, and most of them was on that drive right there.
He was toting that rock, man. He was determined, you know. He was breaking through arm tackles. He was hitting the hole hard. He did a great job. Not only did he run the ball well, but he caught the ball well as well. So we're super excited about OC, man, and I think he had an amazing game that versus Clark Atlanta University.
Clark Atlanta gets the ball back, they go 3 and out. They don't do much with that possession. Tigers take the ball. What happens?
Oh, man, we still toting that rock, man, giving that thing to OC, and he's doing a great job, and we were driving the ball down the field. And we went one of our run-pass options, and we were able to hit Steve Campbell on a nice glance post for a touchdown. And not only he scored that touchdown, he scored the touchdown on the drive right before that. So at this time, we're getting the ball to a big wide receiver. He's about 6'4", 210 pounds, and we just want to put the ball in the playmaker's hands.
All right, yeah, we go ahead 21-14, minute 49 left in the third quarter. Clark Atlanta gets the ball back. They march it down into the fourth quarter, and they score, and they tie it up 21-21. But we start to stumble a little bit with lots of penalties.
Yeah, we start shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, we were moving the ball, and every time we get a big play, you would see that yellow flag on the ground. So, we were able to put, like I say, we were moving the ball, but, we start shooting ourselves in the foot with those self-inflicted negatives, and we can't do that to be a really, really good football team that we want to be. So, at this point, like I say, man, our guys are playing ball, but we keep getting penalties to put ourselves in bad positions.
We got a lot of back-to-back 3 and outs in this game. We're into the fourth quarter. It's only like about a minute and a half left in this game now. Coach, what are you thinking? 21-21.
21-21. We get the ball back after a couple 3 and outs. And, our guys, like I tell them all the time, we practice these situations every Thursday in practice. And we call it 2-minute drill. We knew how many timeouts we had left. And we just tell the guys to just stay resilient. Just play the next play. It's enough time. We just have to have the mindset of first down, touchdown. Don't worry about the big play. We just got to keep moving the chains. And our guys have that attitude as we took it down. And we were able to get a couple good plays. And then we hit Steve Campbell on a big third down. It's like 3rd and 5. Steve Campbell ran a shallow route, was able to convert on that third down. And then we just put the ball in Eric Phoenix's hand at this point. He's taking the ball down the field. We mixing up a couple passes and design quarterback runs as well as runs to our running backs as well. We were able to take the ball all the way down the field. So at this point, he had ran it out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, and we had still enough time to run another play. So we ended up calling one of our quick game plays. He ended up throwing a slant route to Jaden Thomas. Ball's on the 2-yard line. We burn our last time out. Then we bring Rigoberto Tinoco out.
3 seconds left.
3 seconds.
This is all you got. 21-21.
That's it. And, you know, like I say, we practice these situations all the time. We brought Rig out there. I thought they were going to call the timeout to freeze him. They didn't call the timeout. We made sure that our operation was right. A good snap, good hold, good protection. And Rig put it through the uprights for a big kick. We seal the game with a victory, 24-21. Go Tigers. Tigers with the win.
That's the way it ends for Clark Atlanta's homecoming. You spoil another one, as we talked about. And another great game for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But we're still not done yet.
Not done. We got one more.
Absolutely. And we're not done here either. And that's the way it ends right there. 24-21. Tigers get this game, spoiling another homecoming, this one for Clark Atlanta. But, you know, it's one of those things where you got a whole bunch of players that could be the Prisma Health player of the game. So let's mention all these players.
Oh, man, we talked about this last night in our team meeting. You're talking about Steve Campbell. Steve Campbell played lights out. He had some big plays, some big catches, some big third down conversions, and he also was able to put it in the box twice for 2 touchdowns. We were excited about him. I tell you what, Eric Phoenix threw 79% completion percentage. He threw 3 touchdowns, almost 300 yards passing, and he also ran the ball well, and he was not sacked not one time this past Saturday. You know, he did an awesome job.
SIAC Player of the Week, too, by the way.
He was just named the SIAC Offensive Player of the Week, so we're super excited for Eric Phoenix and his accomplishments. But, you know, I would say, hands down.
You got to go with Rig. Rig also did some things, so you got to mention him. You can't leave him out.
Yeah, Rig also, yes. He was 3 for 3 on his extra points, and he was able to make a big game-winning field goal to win the game. But, like I say.
Hold up. He's also the SIAC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Oh, yeah. So we got a tough choice to be able to figure out who's going to be.
Prisma Health Player of the Week. Coach, I'm going to step back and let you say it.
This week's Prisma Health Player of the Week goes to Omarion O.C. Coleman. I tell you what, he's toting that rock, man. He had 19 carries for 100-plus yards, our first 100-yard rusher since game 1. So we have to give it to him because it was because of our running game, being able to get that running game really, really going this past Saturday was able to help us win and seal this football game.
All right, man. I tell you, this was a tough one this week.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of key players, but all of them deserving.
Absolutely.
Great game for all of them, though.
Absolutely. They all did an awesome job. And again, big team, little me, and those guys did a good job of winning their situations and able to give us an opportunity to win a football game.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we're going to come right back with more of the Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction. Right here. Hold tight. Right back.
People have the power to make a lasting impact through acts of kindness, compassion, and strength. They inspire us to innovate and educate, to do more than we ever thought possible, to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, inspired by you.
Welcome back to the Coach Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction. It's time now for the Player Spotlight. This is brought to you by Prisma Health. Who is that, Coach?
Defensive end, Lubert Denales. Amazing football player, and we're glad he's on our squad.
Let's check him out.
My name is Lubert Denales. A little bit about myself is I was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Moved to Naples, Florida at the age of 9 after a huge earthquake, and got introduced to the sport of football at around middle school. Got an offer to play college at NAIA, Central Florida, Southeastern, and opportunity to open up here at Benedict. And I it was a decision that I prayed and fasted on, and that's how I came here to Benedict College. This program is definitely special. The culture here and the environment is different. The coaches really pour into you on and off the field, getting you ready for life after football. And they try to instill a lot of discipline and a lot of integrity in us. That's where the dig deep comes from. So I'd say this program is definitely special, especially with the environment. One of my favorite memories from this season would definitely be from the past game, Clark, with the last-minute finisher with Ray kicking the field goal to win it as time expired. Definitely because it was just such a roller coaster for us. We knew that it was a game that we needed to win in order to continue finishing out the season strong. And it was just a great team win. One culture shift that I've noticed with the coaching staff is the emphasis on discipline, how much the coaches pour into us, and how they've instilled in us. Even with the little things such as Go Tigers, how we greet and say goodbye to each other. That's one of the huge things, and it's kind of part of our DNA now. Being able to experience the National College Hall of Fame was an amazing experience as a team and for me personally as well. I've never been in I guess you could say, facility like that. And it was great to see the HBCU sections and all the guys that have come before me pretty much. One quote that kind of stuck with me is pay now, play later, which is do the things. For me, it means to do the things that, the hard things that God, school, football are asking of me right now in order to enjoy the fruits of it later, in order to have fun later. I enjoyed my first year so far at Benedict. The competition level was definitely leveled up a little bit from my previous school, but it took me a while to get used to, but I think I've got a lot more to learn, and I'm excited about my future here at Benedict and the program as a general. I'm Lubert Danellis. Go Tigers.
Lupert Denales, that is your player spotlight brought to you by Prisma Health. And right now, we got to talk about this game you got coming up this weekend. It's the final home game here at Charlie W. Johnson Stadium against Lane College Dragons. Your thoughts, Coach?
Tell you what, Lane College has been playing some good ball this year, man. They're 6-3 right now currently. They're doing some good things offensively, defensively, special teams. We got our hands full. You know, our young men are already ready, working on our scouting reports, getting ready for a good football team that's coming in here to Charlie Johnson Stadium. But our guys will be prepared. They're chomping at the bit. It's senior day as well. So we're able to send our seniors out with a bang, and we have probably about 13 seniors total that'll be getting a chance to walk and have their last game played at Charlie Johnson Stadium. And we want to send those guys out with a bang and send them out as winners with their last time playing here at home.
All right, that game is going to be kicking off at 2 o'clock, and again here, Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. You can get your tickets online, BenedictTigers.com or benedict.edu, or you can even go to the athletics office. What street is that on? Say it out loud.
Laurel Street.
It's Laurel Street. That's where you get them. He's like trying to whisper stuff like that. Don't you know how old he is? All right, Coach, listen, of course, it's been a great season, but we're not done yet.
No,
we're going to get over this hump and
That's
knock
right.
this game out and make
Absolutely.
it all happen.
Absolutely. We're super excited for it, man. We can't wait to Saturday, 2 o'clock. Be there. Make sure everybody's in attendance and help us bring this win home on our last game at Charlie Johnson Stadium.
Hey, listen, also thanks for sharing the video and stuff with the trip, you guys, to the College Football Hall of Fame. We couldn't get there, but we saw it through you guys' eyes.
Oh, we had a great time. Quite a great experience for our young men and our coaching staff.
All right, we're going to see you in the next edition of the Coach Chennis Berry Show, brought to you by New Creation Construction. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the game Saturday, 2 p.m., Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Come on, let's go. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Give me a helmet, Coach. Back with more.
Go Tigers.
We want to say thank you to our sponsors of the Chennis Berry Show, New Creation Construction, Prisma Health, Department of Health and Environmental Control, Lexington Medical Center, Advantage Sport and Fitness. Thank you for supporting Benedict College Athletics.